products that I have been using. I guess it's mainly like base products, like my primers and my foundation are different. And I'm trying to think if I've showed you the concealer already. I think I have, but anyway. I'm going to be whispering a bit throughout the video, so I hope you enjoyed that. But for those of you who prefer the no talking videos, like in this format, I will try to get one of those up soon as well. Alright. So, starting with my primer, I have been using the Catrice Prime and Fine. I was using that, what was it? The Cover FX Smoothing Primer, but I ran out of it, and I think it's like a $38 primer. Not doing that again. And I like this quite a bit. I try not to use too much because I just don't need it, and I can, sometimes it'll make you like more oily, just the more products you apply, so. I do feel like I need more on my forehead though. My forehead has been like oddly dry recently. Oh, and if you notice the marks on my nose, I've been wearing my glasses for the past 2 weeks. It always happens like this, like I'll wake up and my contacts just won't cooperate, and so I put on my glasses, and then I wear glasses for like a couple of weeks. It's never just one day. Okay. Then for eye primer, I finally used up the last Lorac behind the scenes eye primer sample. I have been using those little sample ones for so long and finally finished it. So I got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. And I really like it. I love the packaging. Because it doesn't get gloopy like the other. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that. It feels thicker than other eye primers. The only thing about wearing my glasses that's really bad is that you can't see as well. So I can see better in the viewfinder than I can in my mirror. So yeah, my eyesight isn't too bad, but still makes it difficult. Alright, now in the morning I usually do my primer and then I'll go like make coffee or something so that everything can kind of just like settle into my skin. Gosh, I'm looking so white right now, it's kind of frightening. And I know I am pale, but like all this light coming in is making me look like a ghost. Alright. It feels pretty good though, so I'm going to move on to my foundation. I think, yeah, did I completely use it up? I think so. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, I used up my second one, which is crazy because I don't think I've ever, at least recently, used up a foundation. And I do really like that one, but I had heard so much about this trying to show you the label, but it's all reflective and like chrome. I do like that sound. Now, this is in the shade F2, which I believe is I think the lightest, like warm shade. And I think it is a little bit warm, or that's not what I meant. I think it's a little bit light for me, but I'm nervous about trying a shade up because I think it said, I forget what it is, but the description of it makes it seem like it's for more of like a light to medium skin tone, and clearly that's not the case. It is a pretty good shade match though. And now that it's winter time, it'll probably, I don't know, it matches fine. It doesn't look crazy. Now this has a humongous doe foot applicator, which is actually very convenient. And usually it comes out like loaded up, so I'll wipe some of it off and then dip back into that. So I always start out on my nose. Kind of spread it around. And then take my totally busted beauty blender and blend it out. So that's what that looks like. I like the coverage on it because it's not heavy, but I feel like it has really good coverage. Like you can still see a little bit of my scarring and freckling, but overall it's pretty even. My skin has been doing a lot better recently because I've been using like prescription products, and it definitely helps. Except these spots right here, I don't know what caused them. It might have been stress, but they just haven't wanted to fully go away, so that's always fun. But the one thing I really, really love about this foundation is that it dries down to a nice, like, I don't know if I would say like a powdery finish, but it dries down, whereas the Wet n Wild would not dry down. I had to use a lot of powder, and is great these past couple of days. I've noticed that it really breaks down, but I don't know if that's a lack of powder or if my primer has been doing something weird or if it's the weather. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look horrible. It's only like at the end of the day, which when you've had your makeup on for, let's see, 10 hours, yeah, it's probably not going to look its best. Okay. For concealer, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Porcelain, which looks so dark. But it works. I don't know how it looks so dark in here, but I like the applicator. You just squeeze it out through the brush. I'm trying to even see it. Is it coming? Yeah. And then I apply it like this. Wow, this looks so peach in here. The coloring looks so different when you do your makeup in natural light. I haven't been putting any on my nose or on my chin or anything just because I feel like I don't need it, and I also don't care that much about the coverage when I'm just going to work. And then I blend that out. I like this concealer because it's not too light. My other one was. But it blends out nicely and has fine enough coverage. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way that this looks. I give it oh yeah, it is a nice like soft powdery finish. It's just, I love it. I love the way this foundation settles. I'm still using the same powder. With my beauty blender, but I've only been applying it to select areas. Ooh, that's a lot. But instead of starting under my eyes, I start kind of here because this area is where I get like oily the soonest. I just use whatever is left, like on my cheeks. One thing that's nice though about wearing glasses is that if your under eyes look a little, you know, not the best, it's kind of okay because you can't even really see that area. I'm gonna do a little bit on my nose. This powder is so white, so it does like lighten my face a bit on the center. And then because I've been having issues with like my chin breaking down, I'm gonna do a little bit of powder there as well. Okay, I guess I do it a little bit everywhere, but it's just like whatever is on the sponge. So I'm going to take the Lorac Pro palette and a big kind of like flat but fluffy brush. It's the Morphe M407, and I'm going to take the color cream. You can see my mic. And just set my eyelid lids. I just love the way this base looks. It's so smooth and looks lightweight. Doesn't look like I have a lot of foundation on, which obviously is the goal. While we're here, I'm just going to take a big powder brush and just go over my face, just for the heck of it. Oh, it feels so good. I feel like my foot just somehow got less tingly. I don't know. But I'm going to take a quick break because I desperately need to go get some lotion and my camera is overheating. So I will be back in just a second. I am back and I look bald because you can't see my bun, but that's fine. So I'm trying to think if I want to do my face or my eyes first. I have this red sweater on, and I don't have the blush that I want to wear. So I'm just gonna put on a different one, whatever. So, yeah, it'll be fine. So I like to apply my highlighter before my blush, and I've been layering these two highlighters. They're both Becca ones, so I'm going to take a Champagne Pop first. And the Morphe M501. I love this one. But yeah. So with this, I find that it's a little bit deep for my skin tone in the winter. Like, I don't know, I just feel like you can kind of see it. Because I am so pale, but the shade of it, the sheen, or the highlightiness of it is better. Like, it really glows. Whereas this one, it is Moonstone. I got this one because obviously it's lighter, but it's still warm toned, so I figured it would look really good. But it doesn't really show up on my skin. Like, it looks really flat. But I like to apply it over Champagne Pop to kind of lighten it. And I guess you can see it a little bit, but when I apply just this on its own, it's not that impressive. I don't know. Which is fine. I'm not like a huge, crazy highlighter person, but it's just kind of a little bit disappointing when it doesn't really even show up how you expect. So for blush, the Shimmer Souffle, which they don't even make anymore. But it's like red toned, but we're just gonna do this. I've kind of been into the like heavy blush look, that rosy cheeked vibe. Because blush always fades, so I'd rather load it up on the front end. Okay, looks good, I think. Nice and fresh. It also just feels so good. Moving on to the eyes. I'm going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette again because I love it. I think I'm going to be doing a palette tapping video because it's one of my favorite sounds. And this one, oh, is so good. For my eyes today, I don't know what exactly I'm going to do. I don't know if I want to go like classic holiday and do like this, or maybe this, but that's more copper. I don't know. I think that'll clash. I could do like this one. It's kind of a brownie red. Or this one. That's a real like red. It's this one. It's the shade Gran Apple. I might do a little bit of that. I'm a little scared. I don't know. Oh gosh, it's so difficult. Well, I'm just going to start with the transition shade. I'm going to take this one. I do this pretty messily. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of this shade. It is, let's see, it's the one in the very center. Roxanne. Or do I want to do the one next to it? Well, I already dipped my brush in, so I'm going to do this like outer corner and in the crease a little. Okay, this escalated quickly. Oh god, that is a nightmare. Fail moment. This eye always looks better. What the heck? Okay, we gotta like fix this. was nothing. It pulls way more orangey. Which is interesting. I'm really like buffing it out so it kind of shears out a bit. Yeah, this right here is like a blending fail, but whatever. I think this looks okay. It's not super like punchy or really, I don't know, like bold or anything, but whatever. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna take this and kind of go over that section that's given me problems. I think it looks decent, whatever. And then I want like a really bright gold in the center. Or on the inner corner. Ooh, yeah, like this. And then just a teeny bit on like the very center of my eye. Okay. Not the best look ever. Not super interesting. I'm tempted to do like that dark green on the lid. I mean on the lower lash line. But I'm also really nervous about that, so I'm just gonna leave it, I think, because, well, you know what? We'll do something. I'm gonna take, I kind of want to do this one. It's a little bit more of like a cranberry. Oh. This is dark. Okay. This could be a disaster. Oh yeah, that was just right in my eye. See, this is the color I should have used in the crease, not that other shade. This is way more berry. I actually like this shade a lot. Oh my gosh, why can't I do this? My camera died as I was doing my eyeshadow. That's always fun. But I took a little bit of that deeper red shade. Let's see what it's called. Jack's and put it on the outer corner and kind of deepened it up. I actually really like that shade. I was gonna say shadow and shade and it made it all weird, but I like that a lot. And I like the overall look. So I'm gonna spray my face. Just a little bit. Most of it fell on my foot. And then oh, my wrist hurts so bad. It's like all right here. I think from just being on my computer, obviously. But then the last step, well, actually no, I have lip gloss as well, but I have mascara. This is the Essence Lash Princess, the False Lash Effect, the purple, the green one. I have actually preferred a kind of lighter mascara look lately, especially when I am wearing glasses because you can't see your eyelashes as much, so I figure, like, why take the time to make my eyelashes look super, super good when they're hidden behind glasses? And I've kind of just liked the lighter look anyway. It's funny because I always do this eye first. Ooh, something weird's happening there. But then I do this eye, and this eye always just looks more dramatic. I don't know how, but I always have to like go back and layer up this side more so it matches. I have an eyelash that I can see back there that's like not going the right way. But see what I mean? Like this side is lacking. That is a weird clumpy situation right there. I'm just gonna that looks better. So I just have lip gloss to do. Which is my Stila lip glaze in vanilla. glasses on. They are so